Hi everyone. Hope you're having a good morning today so far. Well, talking about white coats again today and how to stay away from them. I mean, just not how to stay away from them, but just stay away from them. They, I'm not saying every single one, but boy, it just seems like with what I've experienced that it's just about all of them that I know. Well, this all started here just the other day, last week before my daughter's wedding. Wendy, my wife, her tooth started just killing her, just aching. And of course it was on a Friday, so she couldn't call nobody or anything, and just killing her. Hurt so bad. So I'm like, well, start oil pulling. You use coconut oil and you just let it sit in your mouth for 20 minutes and you spit it out. Do that a couple times a day. And so she did. And the pain went away. And it's just, well, she went to the dentist though after to get her teeth cleaned this week, I think a few days ago. And they told her that she needed to get 3 teeth pulled. Okay, well, none of them hurt now or anything. And when your teeth hurt, it's more than likely just an infection, and you take care of the infection and your tooth is fine. Just because your tooth hurts, you don't need to pull them out. Like if you get a cut on your finger and that gets infected, do you cut your finger off or do you just deal with the infection? Well, a lot of these dentists, they just don't like dealing with the infection, so they just pull them out. And when you are a targeted individual where the spiritual realm is just after you like nonstop all the time, the last place that you want to end up is behind some white coat that's doing something to you. Now, back in 2005, I had a root canal done. I haven't been to the dentist in over 20 years, except for that time. And, if I would have just known then about oil pulling, I would have just did that. But so they said, well, I had to have a root canal done. That's the best option for what was wrong. And okay, well, I had it done. Well, except they didn't do it right the first time. And so a week later, my jaw was just, killing right up to your eyeball, and just your whole head just feels like it's gonna, and of course that happens on the weekend, so you can't go back and get anything done. And so I got in again, said, okay, well, I'm going to a specialist this time to get it fixed because the dentist I went to was the first one that did it, so I went to somebody else. Okay, he did it again on there. And a week later, on the weekend, my jaw just starts killing me again. Went back to him, like, oh yeah, we didn't get all the root or whatever. They had to do a root canal on my same tooth 3 different times. I mean, come on. So if you don't want that kind of stuff happening to you, stay away from these people. Or if you don't want all your teeth pulled out, stay away from these people. I was just talking to my brother Rob yesterday, and he was telling me a couple of experiences that he had with the dentist around here. And well, one was his experience and one was somebody else that he knew. But this dentist office, they everybody that went to it seemed to always have cavities. He said that they were all at church, and a lot of the people from that church went to that dentist, and they were talking. He's like, oh yeah, my kids, they have cavities. Yeah, mine too. Yeah, he told me I had, everybody has to get these cavities done. Well, come to find out, he was lying to everybody, telling them that they needed to have cavities filled. Okay, no, they didn't even need it. So that was one right there. Now this is one that happened to my buddy himself. Said that had been, and this is a different dentist, he had been going to the dentist, and the dentist has always just hounded him. He said, well, you should get them wisdom teeth out. They're going to give you a problem someday for sure. Okay. Well, I'm not getting them pulled out, he says, and he never did. And he went back later, and the same dentist, he told him that he had a cavity in one of them wisdom teeth. So, it's like, don't you think it's time now? You got a cavity in there you should probably just pull them out. So he said he left that dentist office, walked down the hall to a different dentist office, made an appointment, and went back to that other dentist. And that dentist said, you don't have any cavities in your wisdom teeth. They're a little discolored, but you don't have any cavities. So you see, these people, they just lie to you. They're a bunch of Mason crooks, I guess. So you might as well just try to do things on your own and stay away from all of these people that we're supposed to be able to trust, right? Well, it's a good, Jesus said, don't call any man doctor. He's our doctor. He's everything. So in this fallen world, where everybody's greedy and be lying to you about getting your teeth pulled out, and why would people just go, if a tooth's not hurting, and just have it pulled out? I would think that you would hold on to what you got as long as you possibly can and not get it pulled out because it might give you problems in the future. That's why it's so stupid, like with the BRCA gene, with the saying that, these women, well, if they have this BRCA gene in them, then they have, they're high susceptible to breast cancer and stuff. So, just in case, why don't you just go get your breast cut off and, get a mastectomy, just in case. Well, that makes a lot of sense to me, boy. Just real brilliant. And, the BRCA gene and all of that's all generational curses, it ain't some kind of gene. It's a generational curse. If you're sick with something like that, well, more than likely there's a lot of people in your family that had the same thing, because it runs, it's not genetics, it's generational curses. But anyways, like with the white coats not doing what they're supposed to, or, my wife, she's targeted, and they tried to kill her when she had her first tumor with the ovarian cancer. And the doctor, the white coat, I don't like calling them doctors because I don't trust any of them, and they just know what they've been taught in this system. And well, anyways, he only did half the surgery, took the tumor out but left your omentum in. Everybody else, Cancer Center Treatments of America, the University of Chicago, they all say that if you have ovarian cancer and they take the tumor out, well, then by the time that you've already been diagnosed to have cancer, well, it's already probably over 80% of the time it spreads to the omentum. So that would be, they say that they always take the omentum out too at the same time. Well, not this specialist that Wendy went to, supposed to be this big hot shot through University of Michigan. He must have not known what the University of Chicago and like CTCA and all them other places, what they say that is just like standard practice is you take it out at the same time. Well, he didn't, and because he thought that she was going to do chemo, that they were just going to kill her off. And well, she didn't do chemo that first time, and so that screwed their plans all up, And so then she ended up going to CTCA to get the second tumor that grew like huge in like 2.5, 3 months. So it was left in there already. And they took that out. And then they kind of scared her into doing chemo at that time. But she wouldn't have needed it still. The surgery would have been done right the first time. But see, it's generational curses on her side of the family too, because her dad, her aunts, there's a lot of people on her side of the family that have all died of cancer. So, but hey, Jesus says when you're born again, he becomes a curse for you on the cross, and he protects us, and he makes us whole, and he makes us healthy, you know. So we don't need these people. All we need is Jesus. And I ain't kidding. That might sound corny to some people that don't know what's going on, but whatever. So anyways, well, you might as well throw the veterinarians in there too with their white coats. All the white coats, just stick them all together. And yeah, because we need to go get our dogs vaccinated all the time, huh? Right. They probably wouldn't be able to make it down here without that. Just like wanting to vaccinate all of us. So anyhow, sorry if I offended anybody if you're a white coat wearer, but you know, get with the program. Instead of pulling people's teeth out, tell them to oil pull, but that would put you out of business. Right. Forgot about that. Okay, well, whatever. Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys later, okay? And have a great day today. See you, love you, bye.